Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Sunday, November 13th, 2022. Now, before I get started, I did want to put out an advisory there because some of my viewers don't spend a lot of time on the internet. This past weekend, my channel was attacked by spam bots. So if you see a message saying congratulations or please direct message me on another site, that is not me. That isn't. I have an email address listed in my About section. I try to be responsive to emails I get, but I will never ask to direct message you. I do not solicit private bookings. I don't offer them. So just be aware and remove and report any. And if you have a little extra time and you see that I've been um, spammed, go through and report a few for me, okay? So we'll keep it cleaned up so that we can use the comments to continue to support each other, to chat, to make connections, to uplift one another. Because as we know, not everybody is lucky enough to have a nearby group of people that are as awake as they are. So it's nice to have people to talk to, and I resent that spam incursion for that more than anything. So just thought I'd put that out there. Well, the reason I'm doing a video tonight is that there is some news that I just thought, I want to read on this, and I don't duplicate. The universe doesn't like to be asked the same question over and over. That's why a lot of times you'll notice that tarot readers, if they do stay on the same topic, they change the question slightly. And so there's a question I wanted to ask, and I thought I'll just do it on camera and we'll see what happens. 2 out of 3 of the screens I'm going to show you are mainstream. They're deliberately very mainstream so that I won't have any trouble with this video or read. That doesn't mean it's an endorsement of any of the sites. I'm just showing you where some information is available, okay? If I ever give a blanket endorsement about a site, I'll let you know. Usually what I'm confirming is that I found value in the page I'm sharing, okay? So without further ado, here we go with the first one. Now, this didn't get me all excited, but just so you know, yesterday, Gateway Pundit said that there are tens of billions of US dollars transferred to the Ukraine when using FTX cryptocurrency, and the funds were laundered back to Democrats in the US. And I thought, well, big deal. Knowing that there's a lot of corruption in Washington, no big surprise, right? I'm not surprised that those funds going to Ukraine were misdirected. I kind of expected it. At this point in the game, I would have been surprised if they actually got to the humanitarian aid when they were earmarked for that or whatever. Okay, there's just too many questionable ties between relatives of those in government and the Ukraine. There's just a lot going on there. And I've made my feelings very clear that it's what we're hearing is not the actual truth of the news. Okay, green screen war, for one thing. I'm not saying there hasn't been loss of life. I'm just saying we were late to the party. That loss of life started years before. Okay, and by their own countrymen assaulting them. And so when you're late to the party, you really can't complain. Okay, now I'm going to continue on with the screen share. Okay, just a second. So I still wasn't too excited about FTX. It's a cryptocurrency company, and there's lots of companies that are failing right now. I did find on Reuters there's a fairly good article that talks about it, about what's behind this. And then here's the one that got me excited. If you look at this site, this creator, I'm not saying it, I'm just showing you, and look for this. Just today, there was a story about how that FTX bankruptcy, the scandal, the missing billions, has all been tracked by Space Force. Now we're getting somewhere, okay? Because if Space Force can, and continues on and acts on it, if Space Force was able to monitor every aspect of that transaction that they thought was funds being laundered successfully and put into their pockets, there's going to be a lot of noise coming out about congressmen. And in that video that I shared from that alt media site, he mentions that his source tells him that the Congress people that are involved have had their funds frozen. So, oh my, it's getting interesting. Plus, just the very fact that this systemic stealing of American tax dollars and using it to launder and come back into your own pockets is treason. And we all know that the punishment for treason is very severe. So there's a lot of sleepless Congress people tonight, I'm willing to bet. And I don't have a lot of sympathy for them. So, but what I wanted to ask the cards is the intel that Space Force tracked and provided and shared that intel? We know they had the ability, but is the intel that they shared that and that funds are frozen and this is going to be a huge scandal that even the mainstream can't whitewash? Let's ask the cards if that's so. What's going on with the scandal? Have funds been frozen? And is there other information that the universe wants us to know about this growing FTX scandal and the fact that they were actually more of a money laundering operation for Ukraine and Congress people than a cryptocurrency provider? Not that they didn't have genuine clients that did business with them in good faith, okay? But let's ask about the less than good faith aspects of it. Was it tracked? And is there other information that the universe wants us to know? 1 second, we'll find out. All right, please inform and advise us about this situation that is getting more and more newsworthy as the hours pass. Space Force. Okay. First card's judgment. I'm sorry. Oh. Then we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands. The Tower, once again showing up as a near future event. Ace of Pentacles. And Strength. Okay. Okay, so while the Justice card didn't show up, almost as priceless is the Judgment card, because when the Judgment card shows up, it's about evaluating past choices and examining what you've learned and making decisions about how best to move forward, okay? So yeah, the past decisions of people to launder money through FTX and put it in their own pockets has been examined. Now, this is a trickery card. Yeah, they've been trying to get away with what they can, but they're caught, okay? Now look, we have lots of wands showing up. Wands are actions and they tend to be a fast moving energy, okay? So this Nine of Wands for the recent past kind of indicates not only FTX, but their whole endeavor that's now been blown wide open. In the present, we have another Wands card. We have the Seven of Wands. And so with determination, this situation is going to be addressed, and he's not backing down from it, okay? He is aspected by the Judgment card here about the situation. And as things move forward and action is taken against these players in this scheme. There's a lot of determination involved. Don't have a lot of major arcana showing up here except just confirming the situation. But down here, we do for the near future, okay? This is going to be a tower moment for those individuals who got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. It may not be the one we're looking for our world, but it definitely is for them, okay? And we're getting a big confirmation of that with the ace on this side of the near future and the strength card. So again, guys, if you were part of that money laundering, the FTX scheme, nothing can stop what is coming is what you're getting told here. You've hit your tower moment. Nothing can stop what is coming. Let's see if we can get a little more insights into this situation, because I personally am loving that almost on a daily basis, we're getting some good news. I'm not having to search for it. It's coming out that corruption is getting dealt with and that change is not just in the wind, but upon us. Okay, we've got the star landing on top of our situation card and our determination card. And then the three of swords. Now, three of swords is a card that it's not never happy card. It's talking about lies and heartache. Okay, so yeah, through their lies and stealing systemically and repeatedly from the American public. I mean, it's going to be a hard pill for some people to swallow. There's some people that are going to be very unhappy that they're facing consequences of their actions. And to that, I say too damn bad. And then we have the star showing up here. Star is a beautiful major arcana energy. Now, one of the sun is a joyful card, a success card. So we're going to have a positive outcome of all this as far as getting compromised people out of positions that they don't deserve. And so that's great. But what I love about the star energy is a lot of times that kind of is a nod to our off-world energy. And what could be more off-world than Space Force? So this is rapidly also becoming my Space Force card. And I do believe if there is benevolent beings that are working with us in the alliance, that the Space Force people would be the ones that they would most likely have the first and most candid contact with. So Space Force, this is your card and you're on it. I see that. And even if some people aren't happy about it, you're on it. Okay. This is all part of moving our world into a better path with some honest history, some medical technology that has been denied to us and advancements that humanity needs, and just a path to grow, not be dumbed down generation upon generation. Knight of Wands is showing up for our final card here. Knight of Wands is could act a little prematurely, but definitely doesn't back down from a challenge. Not necessarily a white hat card, but just kind of confirming here with this on top of the determination aspect here that they're not going to back down, okay? No matter how they try to trick their way or lie their way out of it, this scandal is not going away, and the media is not going to successfully whitewash it. Okay, so it looks like the intel about Space Force having tracked and now they're acting on that information. The FTX misappropriations and shenanigans. Looks like we got a thumbs up on that. In the meantime, I don't usually get into detail on finances, but I will say that just personal observation. I'm not getting any reason to doubt that there's going to be a lot of volatility in the crypto markets and that a lot of crypto is going to go away. And so I just wanted to share that if you dive into those, maybe it's best to do ones that are asset backed. I'll just leave it at that. You can find those that are and then do that yourself if you have a little. And also don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. All right. Just my little thought there and advice there from the Laura's view into this show. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, so the FTX and Congress money laundering scandal is not going to be swept under the rug according to the cards. Yay, yay. So let's watch for more developments in that and see who's having trouble getting their Visa and MasterCard to work when Congress goes out to lunch. Okay, thank you for your time, and I do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, or if this is the start of your work week, your Monday, I hope it's a fabulous week. And if you need to, unplug, tune out, breathe, get a big glass of water, deep breath, whatever it takes to help you. I know last night I turned all my electronics off. I listened to some music and baked cookies. Hey, I'm a grandma. We're supposed to bake cookies, right? But I did something positive, and then I went to bed with the house smelling so good, and I was glad I did something that didn't involve electronic devices or current events or news or thinking about corruption or how overdue we are for change or all that other stuff. So yeah, when you need to unplug, please do, so we can stay in this fight for long term, because we're in it to win it. And remember, nothing can stop what is coming.